सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
I'm not doing anything, he whispered, putting a brake to Tae's shoulder, hugging him closer, tightly, attempt to stop Theong. He keeps stroking his hair until his breath even out, heartbeat normalized. Jungkook put his head in the air, and Theong at the contact. They felt him sniff in his hair. His lips curled up into a beautiful smile against his lip. He smells so good, so fresh. He softly rubbed their scalp, and they quickly breathed the shade of his neck. What the heck are you doing? His inner self, making him firm, but he ignored and around on the bed, pulling Dave Freer along. Wherever bliss this was, he did not wish that to end just yet. Theon will not comprehend when it is happening anymore. In nearness was doing to they had never for this, for him to be gentle. The way he rubbed his back, holding him in his hold, the way his skillful fingers stalked his hair, moving on the scalp, even so lightly, and they could not help but release a breath. Damn, damn it. This was they curved to be in his warmth, to be in his embers. They opened his eyes and shrank when he was saw him, pulling him into the bed completely, to him closer. Sleep. The eyes delicately spoke, putting his head on his chest, and wrapped his arms around him tightly. Sleep like this. His heart started to pick up once again and shivered, turning. Theon. Theon looked up and he called as he took his name. Theon. The deep raps echo in his mind and hope he repeat that once again. The claps his shirt in his fist. Theon. Are you okay? He implored, glaring into his moist eyes. They felt his breath hacked as he gazed into his blurred, soft, and calm. They had always seen them tough. That seemed so much more attractive right now, so surprising. They, Jungkook encouraged, tucking his piece of hair behind his ear and placed his hand on his cheeks. They instantly melted in his soft touch. Yes, Jungkook shifted back to a clear view. At his face, his right hand still wrapped around his waist. They looked so pure, so memorizing. The way the eyes roam around his face, tiny hand clenched his shirt. Nothing. A smile broke on his lips as the flesh nodded his head and hid into his chest. They snagged at his cute little excitement. My shy wifey. They tugged his lower lip in his chest and rumbled by his laugh as he snuggled closer to thee. You're going to test my freaking patience. They heard him murmur as he placed a soft kiss on his hair and put his hand on him, encircled his muscle arm around him, locking Tay in his grip. They saw no one out, not that he wished to have one. They smiled as his eyes closed down in exhaustion. Jungkook groaned, putting his head into the pillow, and the high-pitched sound reached his ear. I turned around to pick up the phone, but I found on his head as he snoozed the alarm. It was 8 in the morning. He huffed, throwing the phone across the sheets, and stopped, resisting the last night movements. He had filmed toward the left, but slumped, finding the place empty. Where did he go? He looked around the room. He saw the door and the dressing room shut. He popped back on the bed and held the breath when the movement of the last night flashed across his brain. He had smiled that this much in the single night. His eyes turned to door when he heard the knob turn slightly. Forgetting to look away as he took into the dressing closet. They had a light pink dress on. They tried to ruffle his slightly wet hair. His eyes drifted to his milky hand. He walked toward the dressing table, but when the hazel made his blurs, Theon stumbled, clearing his sword and looked away. For a gap, his cheeks warmed up lightly. They watched him to get up from the bed, hearing messed up, even bit of red. They took a step back, following the sight toward him, another step back, and toward over his small frame. They was about to move further back when they held his arm to his hold, making him gasp at the unexpected. Hold up, boy. Where do you think you are going? He raised his brows, causing their heart to flip, hearing his morning voice. Stay still. They heard him as he left his arm and moved toward the bed rest. They tucked his head low when he approached him once again. Look up, he said, but they did not move. I said, look up at me. He repeated a bit closer, making them whim his head at him. It was sudden that Jungkook had to muffle a snort. Look down. He spoke suddenly, making their eyes delicate. They flinched and compressed his word and looked down again. They cleared his throat to stop his laugh. What are you doing, Cook? He stopped, taking a glance at the anxious self. Tell me something. He moved closer and held the chin between his thumb and index finger. It a little. They shut close his eyes. At that, do I look like a Godzilla? They opened his eyes and hearing this question. Do I look like I'm going to eat you? He added and tucked the stand behind his ear to tuck his lips under his teeth, and Jungkook's eyes flinched to the more. It was not half the been vibing, but it was standing a bit far. One moment, you are staring at me as I am some kind of strange species, and next moment, turned up at shattering mass. He thumbed, stalked his chin. Mr. John Theong. He rapped, avoiding his eyes from the damn mole, and looked into their curious eyes, the black swiping in his hazel door. Tell me, he caught, bringing them closer, placing the other hand on his lower back. He flashed free, so beautiful his heart warmed up. Here, Jungkook whispered, holding his tiny hand, placing on his chest and slide that delicate ring on his finger, staring at the delicate diamond shine, looking eternal in his beautiful hand. It's your wedding gift. Jungkook gave a little squeeze to their hand before leaving it. They stayed still the whole time, eyes on him. Do you normally speak less, or you like this in front of me? He half leaving tea and stepped back, instantly making him scoff. Why does it feel like I'm talking to the wall? He groaned, brushing his tip of his nose, and Jungkook stopped that to smile. The being nervous, his disturbed face made him do that. They chuckled inaudibly as he walked toward the dressing room. He had just realized talking to him was not going to bore any fruit. Listen, he was about to enter when the step, hearing their soft voice, he turned around and raised his brows in question. Finally, they uttered to say something. I speak less, they muttered with a faded smile across his lips, and Jungkook saw his heart stopping. They were so adorable. Jungkook ruffled his hair with a laugh and took a long toward they, causing his eyes to wind a little. But before they could react, he had him in his arm. We can work on that. They shuddered, feeling his hot lip on his forehead. Hand clenched his shirt. Jungkook smiled, keeping his lip on his forehead. For a while, feeling his softness, it was going to be a hell. The task making his adorable wife open up. But he was up to it.